Stop being cool with your baby daddies. I don't give a damn how many kids y'all got together. Ain't no real man finna come around you and you still holding good conversations with your baby.
What's going on, y'all? Man, it's King Clef holding it down for the Cool Table, man. I'm right back at you. This young brother came out with a very interesting topic. The relationship and the dynamic between baby mothers and baby fathers and them having a friendship while in a relationship. Let's check it out.
Cool with your baby daddies. I don't give a damn how many kids y'all got together. Ain't no real man finna come around you and you still holding good conversations with your baby daddy. It's a difference between co-parenting and actually being a good friend to this man. Don't be his friend. It's a reason why y'all broke up. Oh, we got the best friendship since we ain't been together. That's BS. That's BS. Ain't no real man finna sit around you while your baby daddy steady calling your phone. Oh, I want to FaceTime the kids. Man, you didn't want to talk to them kids all them different type of months you was there. All of a sudden, y'all ain't together, and this man want to sit around and FaceTime and talk. Y'all still screwing each other in that man's eyes. Don't think for 1 second that just because that's your baby daddy and y'all got kids together, that you have to be friendly with this nigga, that you got to be cool with this nigga, that you got to hang around this nigga, that you got to answer the phone every time this nigga call. Stop letting them in your personal space and telling them all your goddamn business. Free game.
Things are getting pretty serious right now. I mean, we chat online for like 2 hours every day, so I guess you could say things are getting pretty serious.
Your sorry ass. You a sorry motherfucker. Yeah, that's right. Brush that weak ass face.
So here's my thing. I understand both aspects of this situation. One where it's good to have a good relationship while trying to co-parent and do those things to make everything kind of cohesive in that living situation. I also understand, by personal experience even, to be vulnerable with you, where it can be a complicated situation when dealing with a female that has a good relationship with her baby father. And I would say that in my situation, it was a little bit of immaturity at that time. I wasn't used to seeing that. In most situations, you deal with a female that has a animosity towards the baby father because, a lot of times, unfortunately, we don't, lead those situations well. But when you see that situation, the question is, do you appreciate it or do you reject it? And I guess it's situational, right? If it is a co-parent situation, there has to be guidelines and parameters that allow you to understand that this is simply platonic. This is simply for the base of the kid. This is simply for the cohesiveness of that family structure that is healthy for the child. When you see lines being crossed, where there's calls being made at hours of the night that has nothing to do with just a child, and it's like, 2 in the morning, 12 in the morning, 11 o'clock even, when there's lines that's being crossed that's going past business hours, you start to let your antennas up, and you have the right to. When you see there is flirtation that you typically only see between people that are in a relationship or doing something relationship-like, right? The way they touch, the way they integrate with one another. You can't really say the inside jokes because they do have history. But even with that, you would expect and should expect that there is a line that is drawn in order to make the other person in the relationship feel comfortable, because it's expected of the man, so it should be expected of the woman. So I really would say that it's a real difficult situation to navigate. This is why a lot of men don't even try to get into those situations. But as you get older, you realize it's difficult to not get in them situations. So you have to have a different view. You can't come into it skewed. You have to really analyze the situation for what it is to make the right decision for what it is. And if the behavior of the woman that you're dealing with, coming from the man's perspective, if she's acting in a way that allows you to feel not secure in your situation, if she's doing something with this man, allowing him to call at different hours of the night, allowing him to talk to her in certain type of ways, allowing him to engage with her in certain type of ways that will only be, prevalent in a relationship, that will only be prevalent in a intimate setting, then there's a problem. And don't allow people to mess with your mind, convince you that your gut and your instincts are completely wrong, because sometimes what you see is what you see. And that's the real key. So I would say that it's all situational and you take it step by step. But if you can avoid it completely, that would be the first step. But if you can't, don't just run for the hills out of insecurities. Be a man. Look at it. Determine for what it is and analyze it. And if your woman is not willing to put those parameters, put those fences up, put those guidelines in place, and those people involved in the situation aren't willing to stay in those parameters, then you have a problem. I'll catch all y'all cool kids at the cool table next time. Deuces.